Calmness is not silence. It is not the absence of noise, nor the stillness of a lake untouched by wind. Calmness is something far more deliberate, far more human. It is a choice made in the presence of chaos, not its escape. Today, I will not teach you how to flee the storm. I will teach you how to stand inside it and remain untouched. Most people believe calm is a gift. They think some are born with it and others are not. They say, that person is naturally composed, as if calmness were a color of the eyes or the shape of the hands. This belief is comforting, because it excuses their own agitation. If calm is a gift, then restlessness is not their fault. But calmness is not inherited. It is cultivated, slowly and often painfully, through understanding. To be calm, you must first accept a simple truth. The world does not care about your feelings. It never has. The world will continue to turn, whether you tremble or stand firm. Tragedy will arrive without knocking. Joy will leave without explanation. When you truly accept this, not intellectually, but deeply, you will notice something strange. The urgency inside you begins to fade. Anger loses its heat. Fear loses its claws. Calmness begins where illusion ends. People are disturbed not by events, but by the meaning they assign to them. A raised voice becomes an insult. A delay becomes disrespect. A mistake becomes a catastrophe. In each case, it is not the event that wounds you, but the story you tell yourself about it. Calmness is the art of refusing to tell unnecessary stories. It is the discipline of seeing things as they are, stripped of the emotional costumes you dress them in. Consider how easily the mind creates enemies. A stranger's glance becomes judgment. A friend's silence becomes betrayal. Your own failure becomes proof of worthlessness. The mind is very creative when it comes to suffering. Calmness begins when you stop believing every thought that passes through you. Thoughts are not truths, they are suggestions. Most of them are poorly informed. To be calm, you must become an observer of yourself. Watch your emotions rise the way you would watch clouds gather. You do not argue with the sky for becoming overcast. You do not panic when rain begins to fall. You understand that weather changes, and so does the mind. Emotions are weather. They pass when you let them. They linger when you fight them. Many people mistake calmness for weakness. They think that if they do not react, they will be crushed. They believe that rage is strength, that panic is awareness, that constant tension is readiness. This is a lie taught by a loud world. True strength is restraint. True awareness is clarity. True readiness is flexibility. Calmness does not make you passive. It makes you precise. There is great power in not responding immediately. Silence unsettles those who expect noise. Stillness confuses those who thrive on movement. When you do not react, you reclaim time. In that space, you gain choice, and choice is the foundation of calmness. A person who always reacts is a prisoner. A person who chooses is free. To cultivate calm, you must make peace with discomfort. Most agitation comes from a desperate need to escape unpleasant sensations. Hunger, boredom, embarrassment, uncertainty, these are treated as emergencies. But discomfort is not danger. It is simply a signal. When you learn to sit with discomfort without obeying it, you discover that it has limits. It rises, peaks, and fades. Like everything else, fear is the greatest enemy of calmness. Not because it is strong, but because it is convincing. Fear speaks in absolutes. It tells you that what you feel now will last forever, that what you fear is inevitable, that you are unprepared. Fear narrows your vision until you can see only one possible future, and it is always the worst one. Calmness widens your vision. It reminds you that uncertainty cuts both ways. You are not required to control the future to be calm. You are only required to face the present without resistance. Most suffering comes from living in imagined tomorrows and rewritten yesterdays. Calmness lives only in the now. because the now is the only place where anything can be done. When you anchor yourself in this moment, anxiety loses its stage. Breathing is often spoken of as a technique, but it is more than that. It is a reminder. Each breath is proof that you are still here, that the body knows how to continue even when the mind is confused. When you slow your breath, you are not forcing calmness. You are signaling safety. The body responds before the mind can argue. However, techniques alone will not make you calm. They are tools, not foundations. The foundation of calmness is honesty. You must be honest about what you want, what you fear, and what you cannot control. Self-deception creates inner noise. Honesty creates space. When you stop pretending, the mind relaxes. Attachment is another source of restlessness. The tighter you cling to outcomes, identities, and expectations, the more fragile your calm becomes. When calm depends on everything going your way, it will never last. Calmness that endures is rooted in acceptance, not success. This does not mean you abandon goals. It means you stop using them as conditions for peace. Many people say they want calm, but what they truly want is reassurance. They want the world to promise that nothing will go wrong. Such a promise does not exist. Calmness is not built on reassurance. It is built on resilience. It is the quiet confidence that even if things go wrong, you will remain yourself. You must also understand the role of identity. When you define yourself too narrowly by your achievements, your relationships, your image, any threat to these feels like a threat to your existence. Calmness grows when you loosen these definitions. You are not a single story. You are a process. When something changes, you do not disappear. You adapt. Observe how children move through the world. They fall, they cry, and moments later they laugh. They have not yet learned to cling to emotion. Adults, however, collect feelings like possessions. They revisit old anger, old shame, old regret, polishing them until they shine. Calmness requires that you stop collecting, feel, then release. Comparison is another thief of calm. The moment you measure your life against another's, you invite dissatisfaction. You see what they have and what you lack. You imagine their peace and exaggerate your turmoil. Calmness comes from walking your own path without constantly looking sideways. No one else is living your life. No one else can. You must also confront the illusion of urgency. The world tells you everything is immediate, everything is critical, everything demands reaction. This constant alarm keeps you agitated. Learn to ask, is this truly urgent, or does it merely feel loud? Most things can wait. Calmness grows when you give yourself permission to pause. There will be times when calmness feels unnatural, even wrong. When everyone around you is panicking, your stillness may feel like betrayal. You may be accused of not caring. Understand this. Calmness is not indifference. It is care without chaos. It is concern guided by clarity rather than fear. You will not be calm all the time. Anyone who promises you that is lying. Calmness is not a permanent state. It is a skill you return to. You will lose it and find it again over and over. Each return becomes easier because you recognize the path. Loneliness often accompanies calmness. When you stop reacting the way people expect, some will feel uncomfortable. They may try to provoke you, to pull you back into familiar patterns. Let them. Their discomfort is not your responsibility. Calmness often means standing alone, at least for a while. There is a quiet joy hidden inside calmness. It is not excitement or pleasure, but something deeper. It is the relief of not being at war with yourself. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are aligned, there is less friction. Life feels simpler, even when it is not easier. To be calm is to trust yourself. Not to trust that everything will be fine, but to trust that you can meet whatever comes. This trust cannot be borrowed from others. It must be earned through experience. Each time you survive something you thought you could not, your calm deepens. Finally, understand this. Calmness is not the absence of darkness. It is the ability to sit with it without being consumed. The world is not gentle. People are not always kind. Life does not follow rules. Calmness is not denial of these facts. It is the quiet acknowledgement of them, followed by the decision to remain human anyway. If you remember nothing else, remember this. You do not need to conquer the world to be calm. You only need to stop fighting what already exists. When you do, you will find that calmness was never something you had to acquire. It was something you had to uncover.